Oyinlola. Ladies 16th Kaduna International Trade Fair with Lagos State Day occasion. Thank you very much, my colleague.
Oyinlola, the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Prince Tajuddin Olushi State. The military administrator himself and of the Saluda and General Administration Department of the Government Office, in person of Alhaji Mohammed Olagbaye. Welcome. Like Mr. Apostle, who is the Director of Commerce Industry. Because time is fast spent.
As just mentioned here by my colleague, Industry and Agriculture, organizers of the 16th Kaduna International Trade Fair, to please make it a...
Kaduna International Trade Fair is a unique one because this is the first time the trade fair is being held at this permanent complex. As you all are aware, the chamber has been struggling to establish its permanent complex for over a decade now, and the chamber has been able to move down here to hold the 16th Kaduna International Trade Fair. The fair, and also particularly the participation of Lagos State government in this maiden fair at the permanent complex. The president would like also to call on the Lagos State government in the development of this permanent complex. At the launching of the permanent complex in August this year, the Lagos State government was fully represented by the former governor, the civilian governor of Lagos State. The military administrator of Kaduna State in absentia, members of the Executive Council of Kaduna and Lagos State, the secretaries to the military government of Kaduna and Lagos State, the President, Kaduna Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, members of the organizing committee of the 16th Kaduna International Trade Fair, my Lord, spiritual and temporal, chief executives of business organizations, participants and visitors, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pleasure and delight that I welcome all you eminent personalities to this year's Kaduna International Trade Fair on the occasion of Lagos State Day. I wish to express my appreciation to the Kaduna Chamber of Commerce for giving Lagos State the opportunity to participate in this yearly economic fiesta. I also wish to commend the efforts of the Chamber in successfully organizing the 16th edition of this trade fair. The participation of Lagos State at this international trade fair is geared towards achieving certain goals. First, it aims at further enhancing the cordial relations between the government and people of Lagos and Kaduna states. Second, it is to serve as the barometer through which the level of achievement of Lagos State on the socio-economic scene could be measured when compared with the achievements of other states of the Federation. Finally, our participation is a deliberate effort to bring into focus the agricultural, commercial, and industrial potentials of Lagos State with a view to attracting investors to participate in the development of the state. The theme of this year's fair is coordinating international and local efforts for financing and sustaining economic development. This theme is particularly relevant to the Nigerian situation because Nigerians have often been condemned for their inability to implement effectively laudable programs aimed at ensuring the development of the country. Whereas there is a growth in the gross domestic product of the country in the past 2 decades, especially as a result of revenue from oil, the state of development of the nation, measured in terms of available and social activity facilities, including housing, health services, education, and so on, had lagged far behind. This situation is so in spite of the huge financial support of international organizations such as the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and so on, as well as huge borrowings from domestic and international sources. The need for proper coordination of efforts for financing and sustaining our nation's economic development has now become imperative in view of the dwindling revenue from oil and the antagonism of nations' international lenders of funds. All hands must therefore be on deck to learn from our past mistakes to ensure the country's economic survival. We all know that Nigeria is endowed with abundant human, material, and natural resources which remain untapped. These must be explored, harnessed, and coordinated to boost the revenue base of the nation and enhance its economic development and sustenance. The Lagos State government, in recognition of the leading role of Lagos in nation's economic growth and development, is committed to the continued promotion and development of business in the state. Accordingly, the state government shall continue to formulate and implement measures designed to sustain desired investments. My administration will therefore invest substantial amounts in the maintenance of existing infrastructures to enhance the environment for business in Lagos State.
Apart from the provision of infrastructural facilities, the Lagos State government will also continue to encourage the development of the agricultural sector. One of the major defects of the Nigerian economy is the absence or substantial rather limited intersectorial linkages in the system. There exists, for instance, limited linkages between industry and agriculture. The consequence of this is that both sectors are not as productive as they should be, thus hampering efforts at developing the economy generally. The importance of the agricultural sector in the Nigerian economy as a whole, and Lagos State economy in particular, cannot be overemphasized. Apart from boosting the supply of food and thus reducing cost of living for the masses, the industry also provides the much needed industrial input for the state, which accounts for not less than 70% of the nation's industrial and commercial establishments. In this regard, and in consonance with the state government's policy of ensuring sufficiency in food supply and industrial input, the state government will soon step up its program designed to boost agricultural productivity and fish production. Investments in the food and agro-allied sector will thus stimulate increased productivity and production not only in agriculture but also in the economy generally, leading to development and growth of the state's rural economy with its attendant social and economic benefits. Private sector investors, both local and foreign, are invited to avail themselves of the numerous investment opportunities in agriculture in Lagos State. Today is Lagos Day at the ongoing trade fair. I invite you all to visit the Lagos Pavilion, where you will have an insight into the economic potentials of Lagos State through the participating organizations in the pavilion. Apart from government agencies in the pavilion, small-scale industrialists are also encouraged by government to attend domestic and international trade fairs so as to encourage them to grow rapidly and contribute to the development of the state. In addition to the encouragement given to small-scale industrialists to participate at trade fairs, the Lagos State government, realizing that scarcity of funds is a limiting factor to the growth of farms, has established an industrial development finance company to provide finance to small-scale enterprises operating in the state. The company has taken off successfully. The state government has also embarked on a program of construction of factory units to provide accommodation to small and medium-scale enterprises in the Alimuso and Epe local government areas of the state. It is hoped that such facility will eventually be provided at other areas of the state. As already stated, the Lagos State government will assiduously encourage the establishment and growth of industries in the state. As a rule, we do not intend to invest public funds in industries. We would rather leave investments to private sector initiatives and support them with the provision of land and other infrastructural facilities. This informs expenditure of the state government in improving the physical environment of the state so as to make it attractive to private sector investors, both local and foreign. Generally, the state government shall encourage industries in the following categories amongst others. 1. Food and drinks. 2. Printing and publishing. 3. Agro-allied industries. 4. Crude oil refining. And 5. Ceramics and glass. Apart from enhancing the physical environment, other incentives for would-be investors include provision of land, quick and efficient processing of certificates of occupancy, and minority equity participation in viable projects. Specifically, in the areas of tourism development, Lagos State government policy provides a framework for an orderly development through joint efforts of the public and private sectors. Whereas the state government provides the required infrastructural facilities, The private sector investors constitute the active participants. Incentives to investors in tourism include prompt allocation of tourism land at concessionary rates. I therefore wish to seize this opportunity to invite investors to Lagos State to take advantage of the immense tourism investment opportunities which abound in virtually every part of the state. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I wish to appeal to the federal government to expedite action on its earlier decision to establish the next export-free zone in Lagos State. Judging by the infrastructural facilities already available in the state, the whole country will benefit immensely if an export-free zone is established in Lagos. Finally, I wish once again to congratulate the Kaduna Chamber of Commerce and Industry for vision and energy put into organizing this state fair and for making it a reality at this new permanent site in spite of the national and indeed global recession in economic activity. I also actually congratulate all exhibitors and investors at this fair. I thank you all for your interest in sparing the time to witness the Lagos State Day. Thank you for your kind attention.
Fully enjoying his
Mr. Daniel, that's
It manufactures t-shirts and sportswears. The interesting aspect is that the company manufactures everything here. Apart from the yarn that is now cotton only, as a matter of fact, the structural adjustment policy has made it no imports for its raw materials, and it is now 100% sourced.
Gone are the days. Excellency, you are welcome to Nigeria. We are leading educational materials producer in Nigeria State. We manufacture this for the innovator, which is now widely used in Nigeria. In fact, we are only the different people today. Gone are the days when people compare the blackboard to the because it's white. But by simply spraying the blackboard with this twice, it becomes new, and then we can economize. Also, the manufacture of other jobs, which is also widely used in your state. And also, we have the primary scientific aid, which was developed for use in all primary schools in Nigeria. Fortunately for us, your government, or only the past Lagos State government, has been our customer in the buying of the Let's go into the level here, because of that change, and body change, also must be yes, sir. This is Nikon. Nikon again the practice. Now, before the bamboos are being cut away upon us, but now people have been manufacturing this thing to refine it for office decoration. You can see now all this.
Also in the pipeline, the sophistication of the inhabitants has already been this, combined with buoyant economy, negotiations and
we have makeup borders for both
This is the model for the move of the complex. There is space in front and there is ample space at the back for the annotating to